in the world is 9 p.m. March 1st, and I'm Ruby Kim, the anchor of Turn Up News. The first news that we have is Han Choi, the famous designer, opened his collection in London trying new concepts. The unique concept of the fashion show is drawing attention to all of the designers in the world, and Han Choi had a great start of his seasons. First of all, let's see our models walking.
Look a lost laying in her mouth. Said she's super down. A little night music downtown. They keep serving, we might stick around. Yeah, in a sticky till we pick it up with loud. People keeping tabs on us now. Last night feels worthless, cause right now it's perfect. And last night feels worthless, cause right now it's perfect. Kinda forget what I had in my cup, but I drank that, need a new one. Just spent the rest of my check on some bottles, cause more people showed up. You can come party with us. Party with us, yeah. You can come party with us. You can come party with us. It out. Look a lost laying in her mouth. Said she's super down. A little night music downtown. They keep serving, we might stick around. Yeah, in a sticky till we pick it up with loud. People keeping tabs on us now. Last night feels worthless.
The theme of the first running was red, and now the second running will be about blue.
You flex, we cash and checks. We working harder than the next one. I want you to be my next one. God bless you, so you found a real one. Baby girl, all I got to ask.
Kinda forget what I had in my cup, but I drank that, need a new one. Just spent the rest of my check on some bottles, cause more people showed up. You can come party with us. You can come party with us. You can come party with us. Kinda forget what I had in my cup, but I drank that, need a new one.
We could see a lot of bright noble colors such as blue, yellow, red, and brown, and the purses on their wrist through his fashion show. I think a lot of people now will be curious about the fashion show, so we invited Han Choi. Hello.
Hi.
Can you explain about your fashion show?
Yeah, my fashion show took place in London, and I try to show similarities and differences that Elizabethan era and Joseon Dynasty had. So first similarity that I found was from accessories. From Joseon Dynasty, they called it 놀이개, and in Elizabethan era, they called it tassels. That's an accessory that showed nobility to normal citizens. And yeah, that's
what was your ultimate goal of this fashion show?
My ultimate goal was to show similarities, and one more similarities that I found was male's power was bigger than female. So from the artwork from Joseon Dynasty called Mindo was showing beautiful woman with a thin waist, which shows that every woman in Joseon Dynasty had to look good for men and had to be pretty for men. And another example for Elizabethan era, I used my motto. The big scarf that this motto has is called ruff. This ruff was for noble women and men, and this ruff means elegance for women and bravery and power for men. So for this motto, he is very brave and powerful for normal citizens.
Thank you for your answers. Thanks to models too. And now it's time to see the backstage. Yeonju Kim will report about the makeup of this fashion show. This is the KISJ studio where his fashion show took place. Luckily, I had a chance to visit his backstage and was able to hear a lot of interesting information. I was able to meet a makeup artist, Ibra Khan. Hello, Mr. Khan.
Oh, well, hi.
What are you doing now?
Well, I'm doing makeup for Han's fashion show.
I have some questions. What is the uniqueness about today's makeup?
Well, today's uniqueness is that our concept is Joseon Dynasty and Elizabethan era, and what's unique is that they have a lot of similarity. As one of their similarities, that their ideal beauty is same. So one of their ideal beauty is that they both think the pale face was their ideal beauty.
Then what are the methods of the makeup?
Well, in Elizabethan era, they use lead and mercury, but in the Joseon Dynasty, they use white or rice dust and like kutsu powders. So, like the importance in that is in Elizabethan era, they use quite toxic methods, but however, the Joseon Dynasty think the natural and like safe things are very important, so they use the method from the nature.
Thank you, Mr. Kang. A lot of people are trying hard to make the best fashion show. And this was Yeonju Kim. Thank you. It was a very informative interview and we could learn about the makeup methods from medieval and Joseon Dynasty. Lastly, we invited a special guest. This will be a great chance to hear honest opinions about the tonight's fashion show. Yeonju Kim met Korean Elizabethan Play Production Company CEO Alex Park.
Hello, I'm Alex Park, and I'm currently working as a playwright for this show. His fashion, Hansu-esque show will be a huge inspiration of my Romeo and Juliet because I wanted to try new things.
Can you talk a little bit more about your Romeo and Juliet?
So Romeo and Juliet is based on a tragedy story in the 15th century. For our Korean costumes, we have lots of clothing that have individual meanings to it. So for instance, Korean costumes such as hanbok can represent high-class individuals because the texture and color of hanbok is very rich. And I'll mix these benefits to make up a story between Korean and Shakespearean.
Okay.
Perfecto.
Are there any similarities between Korean traditional play and Romeo and Juliet? What are the differences?
All right, here we go. Listen. I believe there are various similarities between Korean and Romeo and Juliet plays. Both plays acquire musics to make the crowd go up, and our Korea is also good at rhythming both plays and musics. Both were influenced by the background during their centuries, and both tried their best to make something new and more creative, like I always do. These are one of my reasons for mixing Korean play and fashion with Elizabethan fashion and play. For example, there is pansori, Pansori, pansori.
아니 그것도 나는 실수 그러면 무엇을 먹으려느냐.
In Korea, which one individual play instrument and the other sing. We can put Romeo and Juliet's story as singing and playing instrument in that situation.
Okay, what are the benefits of mixing Korean play and fashion with Elizabethan fashion and play?
I believe, actually, the benefits of mixing Korean and Elizabethan fashion is that we can create new mixture of clothing and can make others consider about our infinite desire towards clothing. We want to create something that no one else tried, and who else will know if the clothing with me can benefit more.
Okay. Thank you for your thoughtful and detailed answers. That's it for today, and you can check more news on our website. Thank you for being with us and have a good night.